Make no mistake about it, the soul of the United States is what's on the line. When I say that, people tell me, of course, yes, it's fascism versus democracy. No, that's the topical level. What I'm talking about is the fabric of our country, the deep underlying fractures that come from being a country built on white supremacy. That's what's on the line. Because right now we have people fighting for fascism, right? We have authoritarian creep happening left, right, and sideways. And then we have people hoping for the status quo. For me, personally, the status quo wasn't good enough. It's never been good enough. It's not good enough for most of Americans because it's literally trash. The status quo is two different judicial systems. It's healthcare systems that are failing. It's housing systems that don't have enough homes. We have hungry children. Our public education is flailing. Our education at a higher level is more expensive than anywhere else in the world. We don't have good food. People don't have accessibility to food. We don't have mental health care. We are not taking care of our communities. And this all boils down to the soul of our nation, which is based on white supremacy. My name's Amy. I'm relearning U.S. history. This is a long video. Stick with me. I'll put a book list in the comments. You can check it out. But I walked down the path this year of the early 1900s in the United States, and it has reaffirmed my belief that the original sins, both stealing the land and massacring and genociding the indigenous people that live here, and then stealing people to work on that land, and then allowing racism to continue even after the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, both legally, legislatively, and systemically, and societally. More now than ever, I am firm in my belief that reparations and land back programs must happen. And if we're fighting fascism and we're going to rebuild a country that we want, because fascism will fall, it's already beginning to. They're eating themselves alive. They're all power vultures. And we're not prepping to build the country we want, the future for our next generations of Americans, then I don't know what we're doing here. I have people tell me all the time, oh, now's not the time to talk about reparations. Actually, it is. This is how we get out of the short-sighted circle of bullshit that the United States has a legacy of doing. We consistently do things across all industries, across our history, across every demographic that's so fucking short-sighted that we're not planning for the future. And we have to start to heal those massive fractures. There's no way not to, right? One of the best books I've read this year is Don't Let Them Bury My Story by Miss Viola Ford Fletcher, a 111-year-old survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. She passed away this week. She was 7 years old in 1921. And Oklahoma didn't put the Tulsa Race Massacre into their curriculum until 2019. I also read about Rosewood. Like Judgment Day, a book by Michael Dorso, he interviewed survivors and he traced their battle against the government to have the Florida government admit that something was even wrong. Decades. I want to see our government put their fucking money where their fucking mouth is. I want them to admit that they've done wrong and they have ripped communities apart on purpose. And we're going to have this same exact battle when we try to hold ICE accountable. Because that, yet again, will be something the U.S. government hates doing, which is admitting fault. And yet, billions and billions of our tax dollars have gone to rip families apart again. Fucking again. Every single issue we have in the United States can be traced back to white supremacy. We have two different judicial systems. Our housing structure is fucked. Our healthcare is non-existent. Our public education is flailing. Our secondary education is more expensive. And when you peel back the layers just one bit further, it is always about white supremacy. And white Americans don't even recognize it. We don't live in the Jim Crow era anymore. There's not legal segregation. So white Americans think things are just hunky fucking dory. You work 2 or 3 or 4 jobs because of white supremacy. You cannot afford your rent, your mortgage, or your child's college because of white supremacy. You don't have grocery stores in your neighborhood because of white supremacy. And if we don't start to fight for that foundational fracture and start to heal it, and again, I think it starts with reparations and land back programs. Step one in about a fucking million. It starts with that. It also starts with prosecuting white supremacist groups to the nth extent of the law. 100%. We cannot move forward. And every single thing that you think is just hitting you is hitting every single American. And it's in an effort, or it was designed originally in an effort to keep minorities out of success in this country. We have to fight for what we actually want. Why are we fighting fascism? To go back to the status quo of a democracy that helped a few and let everyone else fucking suffer.